Well, a new phone after a long time on the channel. So this is the retail unit of the Samsung Galaxy S23 and it is the costliest purchase of mine till now after the OnePlus 8T, which proved out to be a fiasco when I got the green line. So I got it repaired and exchanged it with this and got a pretty good value, I'd say. Anyways, if you are buying this device, do consider using the link in description area as it would really help the channel out. Hey everybody, this is your host Manik and these are my quick impressions of the brand new Samsung Galaxy S23 and why I loved this device after using it for the last few days. To begin with the short and quick unboxing, well, I got this device in this matte green color because black is super boring to me now and looks dirtier than usual even with a few smudges. The box is now painfully small and while quickly opening it, we have the device at first. Seems like finally the brands are environment conscious, though they should never have removed the charger from the box. Well, on the other side of the box, we have yet another box, which has this USB-C to C cable and some mini paperwork. No stickers here, Apple. Coming back to the device and well to the satisfying part. So this is how the device looks like, and to be honest, it just feels so compact. Like I did not expect it to be this small by today's standards. Like here it is side by side compared to the Nothing Phone 1. And it looks quite compact to be honest. Something I love right out of the box. This matte green color also looks quite fresh and shows less smudges than usual as it has that matte finish of course. And the screen doesn't come with a screen protector installed. So you'll have to buy a good one and my recommendation would be the Spigen one. So links to some good cases and the glass are in description area itself. Setting up the device quickly and make sure you select only the mandatory stuff here as Samsung still pushes some ads even on flagships, something I really don't like. Though even Apple does that, but well, no brand should do this in this price segment. Now we are on the home screen and first up, the fingerprint scanner feels very much responsive on this one as compared to the Galaxy S20 FE that I had last year, which is actually a good thing. The device feels solid in hand and is easy to be used one-handed unlike most devices these days. And I'm a fan of this sweet spot in terms of size and bulk. The weight distribution is also quite uniform and it feels solid in hand. As the sides and frame are all metallic and on the back and front is Gorilla Glass Victus 2, which should ideally keep it scratch free from some usual stuff. But I would definitely recommend a good case with this one. The display here feels excellent in terms of color reproduction and the brightness is ample to be used in daylight and indoors. On paper and in real life, it feels bright enough to be used in all scenarios. And it does support HDR and shows the same on Netflix too, which means colors will look deeper in shows like the Peaky Blinders. The 120Hz mode feels smooth and the One UI handles animations and stuff like app opening and closing very fluidly. I would say much better than older versions. The bezels here are quite thin and yes, so far I'm very happy with the display. Not happy with the slow 25W charging speed. Come on Samsung, it's 2023. Brands are giving 100W charging in half price devices. Overall, the build and finish of this device is excellent and seems worth it. Coming to the benchmark scores first, and I tested this device both on AnTuTu and Geekbench. So on Geekbench 5, the device scores as high as 1532 in single core and 4605 in the multi-core score. On the AnTuTu, the device scores around 11,99,000 points, which is quite good. So on paper, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 scores quite high, and in day-to-day usage, I haven't faced any heating issues so far. The SoC seems to be very optimized and is able to handle anything and everything you throw at it. If I quickly talk about the specs, as you know, on the front we have a 6.1-inch FHD 120Hz panel with a 12MP selfie camera in this tiny punch hole. The device runs on Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 platform, which is the latest SoC from Qualcomm. Plus the variant I got has 8GB of RAM and 256GB of base storage, which is actually good to begin with. There is this 25W max fast charging, 15W wireless charging, plus 4.5W of reverse wireless charging too. On the back there are 3 cameras. The first one is 50MP primary, 12MP ultra wide and this 10MP telephoto camera. And all of these are functional and not gimmicky like some brands do. Also there is USB 3.2 port here and most brands use older USB 2 ports and cut corners in this one. So you get Samsung DeX and everything, which is actually very usable. And lastly, we have a 3900 mAh battery, which I'll get to in a second. Talking about the software now, well, the device runs on One UI 5.1, which is the latest version of Samsung Skin, and it is based on Android 13. And thankfully, this device will get 4 major updates and 5 years of patches. So till Android 17, this device is covered. And that's how it should be for a device this premium. The device is now on FIP 22 security patch, which is the latest one till now. Now as far as One UI is concerned, well, I am a stock Android fan. So this isn't the number one skin for me, but still, this is one of the most polished custom skins that I've used out there. It is right on top after stock Android because of how stable it is, plus how frequently it gets updated. You get monthly updates here quicker than Google Pixel even sometimes. And that's something I am quite interested in. And given Samsung's history, well, they do deliver in this arena. They still push some ads and notifications, which is something I really hate. The UI overall is very much optimized, and I was already using Galaxy Buds and Watch 2, so I'm almost into the Samsung ecosystem now. And it all works so flawlessly with each other, something you will love, and is full of useful features if you love customization. Coming to the camera part, and here I'll let the samples speak for the quality. So I took a lot of camera samples in daylight and at night. And as you can see in the samples, it does quite well in daylight or in low light scenarios. Like you can see in this image, here are the details on 1x, 2x, 10x, 20x and 30x. And like the image is so much usable even on maximum zoom. And this was shot at night time. So you get the idea, right? Overall, the 50 megapixel primary camera does take some amazing shots, though the shutter quality is a little on the higher side to be frank. So I missed out on some moving objects. The skin tone it produces are very natural, and I like the output from all three cameras. But I'll test it out even more in day-to-day life and share my opinion on it really soon, so stay tuned for the full review. The front-facing camera takes some good shots too, and the skin tones are very natural, plus it can go up to 4K 30fps max on the front-facing camera in the video department, which even brands like OnePlus lags in. The back camera can also take up to 8K 30 max videos, which is great if you're into numbers, though the quality is average to good at max. Talking about that battery life now, I was a bit worried about it, because it seems small on paper, and to be honest, I'm surprised by the battery life here. On 5G it gave me around 5 to 6 hours of screen on time easily with the days of standby, and it was not like I had to charge before the end of working day. On 4G it touched around 7 hours of screen on time easily with no gaming of course. But it is great for a battery of this size and a device that is this compact. Though I think they should have given a faster charging to be frank. Overall battery is not a concern for this device, and neither is clear calling and speaker quality, which is quite good if not the loudest. Now if I were to sum up my initial impressions of this device, I would say it is nothing short of impressive. Even though it is just like the last year's S22, but the optimization, the compact form factor, and the efficiency of this new Snapdragon SoC makes me really happy that I switched over to this device. And if you love compact flagships like I do, this is hands down a great option for now. Anyways, if you do end up liking this video, make sure to tap on that like button and tap on that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.